Welcome to the HR Happy Hour Work Break. You're here with Trish and Steve. Steve Bose, how are you?
I am well. How are you, Trish?
I'm good. It's a little later in the day than normal,
Yeah,
but
what happened?
you know what? I have been getting headaches and I decided to get my vision checked because of it. And I have to
Ah,
tell you what, because like right now, this may sound silly, but I mean, it's been a couple years since I've had my prescription renewed. I can see us, but we're actually a little blurry, even just at computer length. So can I tell you, they always say you can learn something every day. I have
I've heard
bifocals.
them say that. They say
These are
that. Yeah.
bifocals, right? So I can
Mhm.
see far away and I can see close. But what these are not designed to do is see like computer distance away.
Okay.
And so that's where I was really struggling. And so I went and had my eyes checked, found out there's a thing called progressives, which I just thought meant like no line. No, it means you can actually have like 3 different distances.
3. Okay, that's pretty cool. I might
Yeah.
need that too. Yeah.
And I said, I don't know if I really want 3. So what they're going to do is I'm going to have glasses that everyone will get to see when they come in that I wear on the show every day, anytime I'm in a computer distance, right? About like arm's length away, right?
Sure.
And then I'll have other glasses if I'm watching TV and reading.
Like you'll have a whole array of glasses
I'll
then for
have an
different
array. Yeah, I had to
applications.
pick.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
said they said pick 2 that are like really different frames so that you can tell them apart. But yeah,
Yeah.
so
Oh, that's a good idea.
but
Yeah.
I'm
I
really
like that.
excited. I'm really excited. And I don't know if that helps anybody out there. Like if you're struggling, because like I could look through my glasses and see my TV fairly well at a TV distance. I could read my phone pretty well, right?
Sure.
But computer distance, I'm like, I just don't. And then I even looked back on some of our shows, like I'll be doing this sort of thing, like a lot, like
Oh,
up and
really?
down.
I never noticed that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
It's because I was trying to see. So yeah, so new glasses are on the way, but
That's nice. Good.
we just talk about health insurance. Health insurance, even if you have it, is
No,
not
that's
very
all
good
right.
on glasses.
No,
Why
I'm
is
kidding. Yeah, I
why?
don't know. Vision care has always been this carve out separate from normal health insurance, right? Forever. I don't
Right,
know why. It's like it's not part of health, or your it's part of your eyes are attached to the rest of your body for the most part, for most of
right.
us. So yeah, that's a weird
Can
one.
I tell you, I want to put a plea out there to all of these companies saying that they cannot get workers and they're trying to think of all these creative ways. Let me give you the way.
Oh, okay.
Pay for
Pay more?
any of your
Oh,
employees' glasses. If they need glasses, this should be like you need to be able to see to do your work, right?
for the most part, yes.
And I'll tell you, I bought inexpensive, the like the least expensive frames. I didn't go with designer frames or anything
Mm.
crazy. This is just at a Clarkson Eye Care, standard kind of eye care place, right? And 2 pairs of these glasses, all total was about $600 after insurance.
Wow.
That's insane to me that we have to spend that much money.
Right.
So come
Hmm.
on, come on, people that are hiring,
I'm going
give
to
an
look into this,
allowance
Trish.
for
I'm going to make a
things
note
like
to look into the whole
glasses,
situation of vision care insurance and find out what's up.
right?
Yeah, I'm not even
Me
sure I have it or not. I don't even know. I have health insurance. I'm not sure if I even am covered, but I'll have
It's
to look
it's
into that.
part of a lot of health plans like you mentioned, but it's just not very good coverage, and I don't know if there exists good coverage, but in my entire career, it seems like that's always been a point, and you and I had both when we were going to China a lot, we were getting glasses made there because, again, you can get the same quality glasses for like $100.
Yeah,
Full
and get them in 20 minutes, right? Which is
yeah,
pretty
full
cool too.
things. So, there's some I don't know, there's some shadiness there in the US,
Yeah.
I think, but anyway, I'm excited to have new glasses. I did have to pay a pretty penny for them, but anyway, so how's your day been? What have you been up to?
It's been good. I've been really busy. I was writing most of the day, Trish, and I did make a couple of notes for today's show. A couple things I want to mention real quick. Trish, I love historically when the worlds of sports and the world of work or the world of HR collide, right?
Okay.
I spent many, many years writing about how sports and work, what you can learn, et cetera, sports, HR, blah, 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 8-man rotation stuff. Trish, today it was announced Wolfsburg, my favorite team in the
Oh,
German Bundesliga, my team have released, meaning fired, their manager, their new manager, Mark Van Bommel, after only 13 games in charge, Trish, where they won their first 4 games in the league and now have since to go 9 games in a row winless. They had a very good season last year. Therefore, their manager from last season was poached by a bigger club, right, for a better
okay.
job. So they had
Right.
to hire a replacement manager. Now, this manager, Mark Van Bommel, is out. So, Trish, here's the question. He had 13 games in charge. It's about 2 months or so. How quickly Do you pull the plug on a bad hire? It's because it seems kind of unfair, but also things were looking awful. They looked terrible over the weekend. I watched the game. I was very, very upset with my Wolfsburg side. Fair enough. You're out. You don't fit. You're gone.
So that's an interesting question. I guess when you were telling the story, what I was thinking from an HR perspective is it seems on the surface like this person is being let go because the team is not winning.
That is the reason.
Is that really the reason though? Because we don't know. We don't know.
I don't know what's going on in the locker room. I don't read. I don't read the German sports reporting.
Well, I don't think you'd read it in a report. In other words, what I'm getting at is I think a lot of times when people are let go, especially that quick after 2 months, there is probably a big personality clash somewhere high up. Someone doesn't like who that person is, really. That's my guess. Now, again, it could be the factor of losing games. Like you said, started out winning games, lost some games. Put it this way. I have seen a lot of companies hold on to really crappy people who could bring to the bottom line. But I've also seen the reverse, which is you hold on to people that you just like, even though they don't do a great job. So I don't know. I guess I'd want to know the rest of the story, which we really won't be able to know.
Unless we speak and read fluent German, probably. Yeah, until someone speaks out. I do know that their best player from last season and still on the team this season had been on the bench for a while. He benched him, and that seemed very dubious decision to me because the team had started to struggle, and now we're taking our very best player and not playing this player. That's a coaching decision, and so I think that might have contributed to it.
Was that the clash? Maybe
could have been. Could have been.
Maybe that was the personality clash was between him and this player. And the second that he benched him, it just feels like there's got to be some kind of a
generally speaking issue in sports that you're going to make the decision on the side of the best player, not the coach, with some exceptions. But generally speaking, sports is a talent game. It's all about the players, right? Not the coaches typically. So anyway, I thought that was really interesting. Hopefully Wolfsburg can get it turned around. I don't know what they're going to be doing for a manager this weekend, but hey, it couldn't look worse than it's looked recently, Trish. So there you go. I got one more for you.
I have exciting news for you because you've spent time in Saudi Arabia.
I have.
Right? Yes, a lot. Worked there for years, right? So did you hear the news? You can go soon. It's not built yet. To a new thing called the Rig. Have you heard of the Rig?
I have not.
So I tweeted it out before the show. So please go check it out. Listeners, check it out. What they're doing in Saudi Arabia is they're taking an old oil rig, and the proposal is to turn this into a huge theme park, hotel, like over 800 rooms. It's going to be like this destination out in the middle of the ocean for people to go and vacation at. And so they've got kind of a mock-up little video you can watch. It's under a minute. It's actually really cool, but it's funny. I heard about it on the radio myself, and people are really debating this. Like, what does it say about, the environment? Are we encouraging people to drill for oil? If we're then
if this is an old rig that's not being used anymore and it's being repurposed, that's what's happening.
Right, exactly. But then you've got the people on the side of like, well, we're repurposing the rig, right? Yeah. So anyway, I just thought that was kind of a fascinating story that we can follow hopefully in the coming year or so.
Well, oil rigs could be in trouble, Trish. And that leads me to, I had two other stories. I'll tell just one of them. Oil rigs could be in trouble, and drilling for oil could be in trouble longer term, right? With the rise of other forms of energy, alternative energy, particularly in motor vehicles, Trish. Right. And in the news today this was very, very big news in the business world. You may have seen this. Hertz, Trish, the rental car company, is ordering 100,000 Tesla vehicles, expected to take delivery of the 100,000 vehicles over the next 14 months. It's thought to be the largest ever order of electrical vehicles on anywhere in the world by any company. Would you rent a Tesla, Trish, if given the opportunity, when you roll up to the Hertz counter, little gold service under the counter?
No, in fact, if they gave me a Tesla, I would take it back.
Oh, really? Okay. I am
really anti-Tesla. I know there must be like two distinct camps there, but number one, it is hard enough for this girl to remember to put gas in my car. If I have to then remember to somehow go somewhere and charge that thing somewhere, like I'm not there yet. I don't know if I'll ever be there yet. And also, you know how we played that overrated, underrated, properly rated the other way?
Great game.
Dude, Tesla is so overrated.
Some of the kids are playing that at home too.
Overrated.
Okay,
Overrated.
Tesla's
They're not
overrated.
that great.
I'll mark that down for the next time we play the game.
Super
So, yeah,
plain
I
on
thought
the
that was pretty
outside,
cool.
has that big ugly screen. I mean, the screen inside is like
Do
bigger
we have
than your
time?
computer.
Do we have
Ah,
time for one more? I'll give you one more real quick.
all right,
Sure,
one more quick one.
shortages. We've been covering pandemic shortages for 2 years now, it seems like, or almost 2 years. Pandemic
Yeah,
shortages,
yeah,
materials, goods, labor, right? You talked about labor.
all of
Trish,
it.
the latest item, or I don't even call this an item, the latest thing in short supply. This is in Europe. This story came out of the Netherlands,
Okay.
Trish. There is a shortage of now, Trish, the color blue.
What?
Yes. Manufacturers are running out of supplies, needed to make several shades of blue paint. Paint has,
Oh,
Trisha, I never knew this, commercial paint has about 50 to 60 ingredients in it, and certain additives, particularly these ones that turn paint blue, are in
right.
very short supply. So if you're going to be painting your house, maybe your inside walls or you're outside of your house,
Thank
maybe not,
goodness my room is already painted blue. Can you
maybe
see
not
that?
getting blue for a while. So there you go.
My room is already blue. Wow.
That could be the name of a good country song. My room is already blue. I like that. You should put some lyrics to that.
Ooh. I like that too. All right. Hey, good stuff. Thank you for being patient with me today, Steve Bowes, and to all the listeners, taking a little bit of a later work break than normal, but that's life. That's how it goes. So we
Indeed.
will see you. Actually, Steve, we'll see you back here on
I will be back on Wednesday. I'm writing my
Wednesday.
monologue right now, so it's going to be very
And
exciting.
we'll have, I think, maybe a special guest because
Maybe.
I'm going to be out of pocket on Wednesday.
Keep that on the DL.
I will. I'll keep it on the DL for now. I'm going to Dallas, to the Big D.
Oh, you just gave it away.
No, I'm not telling you what I'm doing.
I'm just teasing you. I wore my Dallas shirt today. How about that?
You know what? The last thing I'm going to say is it's weird how lately every time we do this, and we of course don't talk earlier in the day, like we're always wearing the same color. Always a shade of the same color. Very strange. It's Green Day. All right. Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you back here later this week.